Who is an addict? Most of us do not have to think twice about this question. We know. Our whole life and thinking is centered in drugs in one form or another, to getting and using and finding ways and means to get more. We use to live and live to use. Very simply, an addict is a man or woman whose life is controlled by drugs. We are people in the grip of a continuing and progressive illness whose ends are always the same: jails, institutions, and death. What is the Narcotics Anonymous program? NA is a nonprofit fellowship or society of men and women for whom drugs have become a major problem. We are recovering addicts who meet regularly to help each other stay clean. This is a program of complete abstinence from all drugs. There is only one requirement for membership: the honest desire to stop using. There are no musts in NA, but we suggest that you keep an open mind and give yourself a break. Our program is a set of principles written so simply that we can follow them in our daily lives. The most important thing about them is that they work. There are no strings attached to NA. We are not affiliated with any other organizations. We have no leaders, no initiation fees or dues, no pledges to sign, no promises to make to anyone. We are not connected with any political, religious, or law enforcement groups. We are under no surveillance at any time. Anyone may join us regardless of age, race, color, creed, religion, or lack of religion. We are not interested in what or how much you used or who your connections were, what you have done in the past, how much or how little you have, but only in what you want to do about your problem and how we can help. The newcomer is the most important person at any meeting because we can only keep what we have by giving it away. We have learned from our group experience that those who keep coming to our meetings regularly stay clean.
Thank you. Thanks, Sherry. I've asked Carrie to come up and read how it works in the 12 traditions.
Hi, I'm Carrie. I'm an addict.
Hi, Carrie.
This is how it works. If you want what we have to offer and are willing to make the effort to get it, then you are ready to take certain steps. These are suggested only, but they are the principles that made our recovery possible. 1, we admitted we were powerless over our addiction, that our lives had become unmanageable. 2, we came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. 3, we made a decision to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God as we understood Him. 4, we made a searching and fearless moral inventory of ourselves. 5, we admitted to God, to ourselves, and to another human being the exact nature of our wrongs. 6, we were entirely ready to have God remove all these defects of character. 7, we humbly asked Him to remove our shortcomings. 8, we made a list of all persons we had harmed and became willing to make amends to them all. 9, we made direct amends to such people wherever possible, except when to do so would injure them or others. 10, we continued to take personal inventory, and when we were wrong, promptly admitted it. 11, we sought through prayer and meditation to improve our conscious contact with God as we understood Him, praying only for knowledge of His will for us and the power to carry that out. 12, having had a spiritual awakening as a result of those steps, we tried to carry this message to addicts and to practice these principles in all our affairs. This sounds like a big order, and we can't do it all at once. We didn't become addicted in one day, so remember, easy does it. There's one thing more than anything else that will defeat us in our recovery. This is an attitude of indifference or intolerance towards spiritual principles. Although there are no musts in NA, there are 3 things that seem indispensable. These are honesty, open-mindedness, and willingness to try. With these, we are well on our way. We feel that our approach to the problem of addiction is completely realistic, for the therapeutic value of one addict helping another is without parallel. We feel that our way is practical, for one addict can best understand and help another addict. We believe that the sooner we face our problems within our society in everyday living, just that much faster do we become acceptable, responsible, and productive members of that society. The only way to keep from getting or continuing a habit is not to take that first fixed pill or drink. If you're like us, you know that 1 is too many and 1,000 never enough. We put great emphasis on this, for we know that when we use drugs in any form or substitute one for another, we release our addiction all over again or create a new one. The substitution of alcohol has caused a great many addicts to form a new addiction pattern, which in its progression brings as many problems as before. We seem to forget that alcohol is one of the oldest known drugs. It would appear that we are people with addictive personalities who are strongly susceptible to alcoholic addiction. The 12 traditions. We keep what we have only with vigilance, and just as freedom for the individual comes from the 12 steps, so freedom for the group springs from our traditions. As long as the ties that bind us together are stronger than those that would tear us apart, all will be well. Number 1, our common welfare should come first. Personal recovery depends on NA unity. 2, for our group purpose, there is but one ultimate authority, a loving God as he may express himself in our group conscience. Our leaders are but trusted servants, they do not govern. 3, the only requirement for membership is a desire to stop using. 4, each group should be autonomous except in matters affecting other groups or NA as a whole. 5, each group has but one primary purpose, to carry the message to the addict who still suffers. 6, an NA group ought never endorse, finance, or lend the NA name to any related facility or outside enterprise, lest problems of money, property, or prestige divert us from our primary purpose. 7, every NA group ought to be fully self-supporting, declining outside contributions. 8, Narcotics Anonymous should remain forever non-professional, but our service centers may employ special workers. 9, NA as such ought never be organized, but we may create service boards or committees directly responsible to those they serve. 10, NA has no opinion on outside issues, hence the NA name ought never to be drawn into public controversy. 11, our public relations policy is based on attraction rather than promotion. We need always maintain personal anonymity at the level of press, radio, and films. 12, anonymity is the spiritual foundation of all our traditions, ever reminding us to place principles before personalities.
Thanks, Carrie. Before we introduce our speaker, I'd like to remind everybody of the 11th tradition. Our public relations policy is based on attraction rather than promotion. We need always maintain personal anonymity at the level of press, radio, and films. Absolutely no pictures may be taken. Okay, our speaker for this afternoon is someone that's really special to me. You know, there's a lot of special people in the program, but Tammy's real special to me. You know, we met kind of like in the beginning of my recovery. I met her, and she's the first woman that I got close to on the program. And we've been together through a lot of hard and good times. And help me welcome Tammy.
Hi everybody, my name is Tammy and I'm an addict. I don't know, you know, when I was asked to do this workshop, I was, you know, I thought, no, I don't want to, I'll get too big of an ego or whatever, and, you know, the people that asked me to do it said, oh, don't worry, when you have to speak in front of people, you're going to be humiliated anyway, you know, so, it's not going to be you, you know, and, I think for like 3 months I've been projecting this moment and, you know, just thinking about how I'm going to start, what I'm going to say, you know, how can I carry the best message and NA, you know, and stuff like that. And, you know, all I can do though is just share my experience, strength, and hope to the best of my ability. And, you know, I hope that God is in control and not me. You know, I'm real grateful today. You know, I was just looking at Denise's shirt, and it says miracles happen. You know, and today I'm a miracle. And, you know, this convention, you know, is like a miracle and everything. You know, everybody here gives me hope. You know, just coming here even before it started and just seeing everything set up and all the preparations and everything was, you know, put me on a gratitude attack that I'm still having today, you know, and just the fact that NA has grown this much since I was at the convention last year, and, you know, I know all over the world there's recovering addicts, you know, that just gives me a lot of hope, you know, because I know it works for me, and I can see it works for everybody else here. You know, I don't think we'd still be here today. You know, I'm grateful that my recovery has been an NA since the day I got clean. You know, and, you know, I don't know if I would have been able to recover anywhere else because, you know, a lot of people say it's all the same, but NA deals with the problem of addiction, you know, which is a disease. And it's not one substance or, you know, just my drug of choice when I came in or any of that. It's, you know, my whole attitudes, my personality, my behavior, everything. You know, and that's what addiction is to me. You know, this is a program of change, and, you know, I need to work the steps to the best of my ability and do everything that's suggested, because I have to learn how to live. I have to, I have to change, and just since last year at the World Convention, I can't believe, the way I've changed since then. I was only clean about 5 months then, and I can't believe sitting here today how much I've changed just as a person, and how much I've gotten better and everything in a lot of ways. I still have long to go, but as long as I keep doing what's suggested, that'll come in time. I guess I thought once I got clean that when I quit using, everything would be okay, and the world was going to go my way, and I wouldn't have to deal with people and things, everything would be all right, and it wasn't quite like that. I figured when I came around that the rest of you might work these steps, but they're not for me, and I'll come around for 6 months and be cured, and maybe go get high again, maybe not, but I won't need you anymore. And I need NA to stay clean. I could never do it before on my own. I tried a million different ways, and all kinds of different remedies that I'd heard of, and nothing worked until I came here. And I tried to stay abstinent for a while, and that was all I did. And I started feeling real miserable. It wasn't until I got a sponsor and started working the steps and kept going to meetings on a daily basis that I started to recover. Because that, to me, is what this program is about, recovery. Anybody can stay clean. I have a good friend that says anyone can stay clean if you lock them in a closet and chain them there and never let them out. They're not going to get high, they're clean. But they're not going to recover, And today I'm grateful that I have this program in order to recover. I've learned through this program that I really can't, I can't do much by myself, They say an addict alone is in bad company, and I've learned that, the worst place to be is alone, I have a friend that's going through a lot right now, and she's like, I want to go home, I can't handle this. And, I get like that too, and I'm having a hard time, but that's the worst place for me to be, is by myself, And, just by being at this convention and seeing all the love and recovery and everything, it makes me realize how much I need you guys. Sometimes I think I've got this down packed, and, if people would just do it my way, we'd be all right, and, blah, 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 whatever, but, I need NA, or I can't stay clean and I can't recover, and, I know that because I've isolated myself during my recovery before, and it's only gotten me worse, I haven't been able to get better that way. I just heard these two guys speak that really knocked my socks off, and it was only the second meeting I was at this convention, and it was the second time, that I had tears in my eyes from being at a meeting, and that kind of stuff, is just so powerful. I mean, that's the kind of stuff I used to wish I had when I was using. That's what, when I was getting high, that's what I wanted. I wanted to find a place where I could see love like that and feel it and be happy and everything else, And I always thought that using was going to make me happy, and it only made me miserable after a while. And, because of NA and the steps and the people that I've met and that love me, I can honestly say that I'm happy today. Maybe everything in my life is not going great, and I don't have all the material possessions that I want, and I don't have the job I want, and whatever. I'm happy today because I can wake up and look at myself in the mirror and say, yeah, it's okay. You know, I don't have to look at myself and run the other way because I can't deal with me. You know, and I'm starting to learn how to deal with life on life's terms, you know. And I don't always like it all the time, but, you know, today I can deal with it because I have the tools. You know, I don't know. You know, I started sponsoring people recently, and you know, I used to think, how am I going to be able to tell them? You know, give them the answers and tell them what they need to hear and stuff like that. And you know, all I did was tell them what was told to me when I came around. And you know, they come back to me and they say, wow, everything you said works, you know. And I said, well, I'm just sharing with you what was shared with me. You know, this is a program of unity, you know, and no matter who we are or what we are, whatever, you know, we're all addicts and we're all seeking recovery. And, you know, if you want it, all you have to do is listen to the suggestions and you'll get it. You know, I don't know. And I felt like sitting up here and talking about all the steps and, you know, how to do everything in this program in order to stay clean my way, but, you know, that's not what it's about, you know. I could stand up here and pretend I know everything and how to do it, but I don't, you know, and that's why I need to be here. That's why I got to go to meetings and ask for help, you know. Meetings are really important. I'm used to going to a meeting every day, and since I've been working on this convention committee, I've been going to like 3 a week, and, you know, it's really, I really like lost my serenity, whatever amount I had, and, you know, it's really affecting my program. You know, I need to go to meetings because I need to reach out to people, I need to share, and I need to, you know, share where I'm at just so I know a little bit better, you know, just so I know I'm getting honest with myself, you know. And, you know, I need to share with my sponsor and with other addicts, you know, because I just can't do it alone. You know, I've been at a place before in my recovery where I've kept everything inside, and, you know, nobody's going to understand, nobody wants to hear my shit, and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, that's no good, because it's like character defects snowball into one big thing, and then I freak out, you know, and nobody knows what's going on. You know, I don't know, you know, I need to ask for help from my higher power, which I call God, on a daily basis. You know, I used the groups at first, but after a while I needed somebody, you know, something, whatever, that was there when everybody else wasn't. You know, when I was too cool to pick up a phone or whatever. And, you know, I have my own concept of God. Sometimes I'm not sure what it is. You know, I don't really understand it, but I know that it works for me, you know. And when I get up in the morning and ask for help, the day goes good. You know, when I sincerely ask for help. And when I do it real fast or I forget, you know, my day is fucked up. And, you know, I also got to remember to be grateful and say thank you at night, or during the day, whenever. One day I was feeling real shitty, and me and my friend, we were both in a pile of shit, and we decided to write a gratitude list, you know. Yeah, that'll make us feel better, and that's what everyone told us to do. And, you know, I got out a piece of paper and a pen, and before a minute was up, we had like the whole page full of all these things to be grateful for, you know, and I was just like overwhelmed because I forget that so often. You know, I take this program for granted. I take everything I have today for granted. You know, that, yeah, of course I'm clean. I don't get high anymore, you know. But it's natural for an addict to get high, you know, because that's what we do. And, you know, every day is a miracle that I'm clean. You know, and every day I should be grateful for that, although I'm not. You know, I should be. And, you know, there's some days when I just sit back and I think, God, I can't believe I'm not high today. You know, I can't believe I didn't get high. You know, and I was thinking about it the last meeting I was in just thinking, it's just so weird to be sitting here with, you know, however many addicts and to be clean and, you know, everybody's hugging and everyone's happy and praying, you know. And, you know, I never thought that I could be spiritual or that another drug addict could be spiritual, you know. I didn't even know what spirituality was till I got to NA. And, you know, today I have a little grasp of it. You know, and sometimes it gets better and sometimes it gets worse, but it's an ongoing process, you know. And I'm always going to be able to learn something. You know, it seems like every day, if I choose to, I can learn something new and grow a little bit more. You know, and I don't always see it right away, but like 6 months later I'll say, wow, yeah, look at me then and look at me now. You know, like from last year's convention to this year, I see a tremendous amount of change. And it's like all year I've been wondering, when is this going to happen? You know, when am I going to get better? And, you know, today I can see it, you know, and I'm grateful for that. I don't know, you know, I really don't want to sit up here and babble all day, but I just wanted to share, you know, I'm really grateful to be clean today, and I'm grateful for NA. You know, I really do have faith in NA, and a lot of times, you know, it's kind of hard because a lot of people don't, you know. They say there's not enough recovery, there's, you know, there's not enough years, you know, people have clean time, blah, 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 you know, and I know that's a crock of shit because I'm recovering a day at a time, and this is the only place I've ever come, you know, and if it can work for me, it can work for anybody, you know, that's the way I feel. And, you know, it's hard, sometimes I just get real frustrated and I just want to lose faith and forget it, you know, but, you know, it's people like me who go to meetings and you know, support NA functions and who believe in NA that keep it going, you know. And last night when I saw these people here, and they're all addicts recovering in NA, you know, that gave me a lot of faith. You know, it's like, yeah, other people have faith too, you know, and NA is growing, and people are beginning to realize that you could stay clean in NA, you know, and, you know, I know it, but the only thing I can do is try to carry the message to the best of my ability to other addicts, you know. I don't know, I'm really grateful to be here, and I'm real grateful for this convention. You know, it's, working on the committee, it's like been a long year, but as soon as I saw the people waiting to register, it was all worth it, you know. And, you know, there's just like the love and the fellowship and the magic that's in all these rooms and in the lobby wherever you go and see addicts. You know, it's something I never could imagine. You know, even when in my wildest fantasies, I never would imagine something like this. You know, when I got to NA, I just wanted to stop the pain. You know, I just wanted to know how not to get high anymore. And the benefits I've gotten from this program are countless. You know, there's a line in our book that says if we would have made a list of our expectations when we got here, we would have been cheating ourselves. You know, and I know I would have cheated myself, you know. Today I can have decent relationships, you know. Like Denise was saying, she was the first woman friend I'd had, you know, in a long time when I got to this program. And I thought I can't relate to women, I don't like them, you know. I'd much rather be with men and just be friends with them. And you know, the fact that I can be a friend with a woman is a real miracle. You know, the fact that I can be a friend at all, you know. And, you know, so many beautiful things have happened to me since I got clean. You know, today I can hold a job, you know, which I could never do before, you know. And I mean, that's a miracle for me. You know, I mean, my mother or somebody normal like that might think big deal. You know, I work every day too, but to me it's a big deal. You know, sometimes I get up and I just don't want to go to work, but I go and I'm walking to the bus stop thinking, wow, I can't believe I'm going, you know. you know, I'm going to school today trying to make something out of my life, and, you know, all that stuff, you know, that's just like the little things that come with it. You know, if I do the footwork, you know, having a relationship with God that is a decent one. You know, before I only prayed to have things that I wanted or to get me out of jams, you know. And today sometimes I just put aside quiet time during the day just so I can be with my higher power, you know, and I don't even know why sometimes. I just shut up for 5 minutes and that's enough, you know. I'm in a relationship today, and you know, I'm getting married in April, and you know, that's like, you know, I'm really happy about it, and you know, it's like to think anybody would want to marry me, you know, and live the rest of their life with me one day at a time, you know, is a miracle, you know. I don't know, you know, and the relationship that we have is real special, you know. It's not based on sex or drugs or, you know, any superficial bullshit, you know. It's, you know, we don't have to pretend. We can be honest with each other and communicate and share our feelings, you know, and that's something I've never been able to do before. You know, I mean, I'd let somebody walk all over me just so I wouldn't have to tell them how I feel, you know, or I'd you know, screw someone over because I didn't care how they felt, you know. And today I have that communication and understanding, you know. I also know that, you know, my relationship or my family or my job does not come first to me today. You know, a lot of times I don't keep my priorities straight, but I know that recovery has to be first, you know. There's times when I could go to a family function or an NA meeting, and I'd really like to be with my family, but, you know, if I'm not clean, I'm no good to my family, you know, so I know where I have to be. You know, my family wouldn't understand if I wanted to get high because I broke my shoelace or something, you know, but another addict would, you know, and that's the kind of people I need to share with. You know, I'm not going to be good to my job or to my fiance or anybody or anything if I'm not clean, you know, because I know where it leads me, where using leads me, and I don't want to be there today. You know, I don't know, I'm just real grateful today that I have someplace to go, and you know, I'm kind of burnt out and overwhelmed by this whole thing, and you know, it gives me a lot of hope, and I know that God is here in all these rooms, you know, because I can feel it, and I don't know, I'm just really grateful, and I hope that you know, other people feel as good about it as me, you know, that they have the feelings that I have, you know, and I know they do because I've heard them try to express it, and you can't, you know, it's just something you have to experience. I was trying to explain to this girl that I sponsor what it was like going to a world convention. You know, I'm telling her the minute you get there, you just know, you know, don't worry, you'll know what I'm talking about. And when she walked in Thursday, she's saying, you know that feeling, Tammy? I got it, you know. And that kind of stuff, you know, just, you know, flips me out, you know, it just makes my day, and it makes me remember what, you know, what I'm staying clean for, and what I'm going to meetings for, and you know, why I'm doing service work, you know, because it's all for the same reason, you know, to carry the message. And, you know, if it wasn't for people carrying the message of recovery, I wouldn't have never got it. And, you know, so hopefully I can do the same by just sharing with other people what I've learned. I just want to say thanks for listening to me, and just thanks. I love everyone. Thanks.
Thanks a lot for sharing, Tammy. We got some time left, so if we want to open up for comments, we can. Anybody want to comment? Yeah. No? Okay.